She's got a very cheeky panty shot at the back. If you're wondering what color, hi everyone, welcome back. Today I have the 1/7 scale figure of Marin Kitagawa from My Dress Up Darling by Aniplex. There are so many figures of this waifu coming out, but I kind of feel that Marin in her OG outfit is the best Marin, although the one by Alter is pretty tempting. Anyway, I know there's two groups of people that hate or like this figure because of her smile. So I'm really excited to open her up to see which group I fall under. Hopefully I really like her because I think this has the best pose. Without further ado, let's get started. I picked this figure up from the official Good Smile on Taobao for about 180 USD. I think because of the mixed opinions of her smile, her price remains more or less the same in the aftermarket. This is based on the time of making this video, but I doubt it will change much in the future since there are so many figures of this girl. I pre-ordered this figure in 2022 and she was released at the end of 2023. I got her in 2024, so it's been a while since I opened this figure. Regardless, I'm still very excited to share this opening with everyone. Anyway, here is her box, which is in a pink and white color. It has a cute polka dot design with lace patterns, and it really suits the aesthetics of this series. Opening up the box and taking the figure out, I first have a set of notes from Aniplex, which is in English as well as Japanese. There is only one blister package, and inside, I first have the very lovely plastic base. Next is Marin's school bag, which is very detailed. Last but not least, I have the figure of Marin Kitagawa herself. And that is all the components I have for this figure. Now, to assemble her. For assembly, I'll first set her on her base. Her base has 3 metal pegs for the figure to slot into. This corresponds to the 3 holes under Marin's shoes. Let's slot her in. She goes in real easily. Next, we have her school bag, which looks very detailed. The shading and details on this is really nice. To attach this backpack, we simply hang it on her hand over here. The bag hangs loosely on her finger, so be careful not to drop it if you are moving this figure around. With that, I have the 1/7 scale figure of Marin Kitagawa by Aniplex fully assembled. And of all the Marin figures out there, I think OG Marin looks the best, especially this one by Aniplex. I know there's a lot of criticism about her smile, but in real life, I think it's sculpted pretty well. Also, this pose of Marin is definitely the best. It reflects her character really well. Zooming into the details, starting off with her face. As mentioned earlier, I do think her smile looks perfect. The way the teeth is sculpted is really nice. Also, her eye decals are very pretty. I quite like the blush that she has on her cheeks as well. For her hair sculpt, it's quite amazing. The individual strands seems to be sculpted really well, and I love the shading and color transition on her hair. It starts off blonde at the top and transitions to a pink highlights at the bottom. It looks very pretty. On her ears, they also sculpted the many earrings that she has. Super cool. Moving down the figure, sure it's the OG school uniform, but the way the fabric folds are sculpted is very detailed. She has her collar loosely done and you can kind of peep in a little bit. It's a very nice detail actually. Her white t-shirt is also very detailed. The buttons and the pockets are sculpted, and even though the sleeve has a seam line, it kind of matches where a typical uniform seam line is. So even though it's visible, it's not that obvious. And my favorite thing about Japanese school uniform are the skirts. I love this pleated skirt design, and they sculpted it really well over here. It's got these stripe patterns, and the way it's painted with the fabric folds are really neat. Also, she's got a very cheeky panty shot at the back. I'm not sure if I can show this, but you probably can find pictures of it online. If you're wondering what color, well, it's red. A very nice red. Moving down the figure, I really like how her back is done. There's quite a bit of shading on it, and it's super detailed. It also has accessories of this character that she likes, which I think is called Shio. Her shoes are also very nicely colored and detailed, and they look quite realistic. Lastly, for the base, I think this is one of the smallest base I've seen on a scale figure. I love how small it is. And even though it's a small simple plastic disc, they use some lace and polka dot patterns, which matches the vibe of this character. Super love it. All in all, I think this is one of my favorite figures of Marin Kitagawa. I think OG Marin is the best and this figure captures her characteristic very well. And that's all for today's video. Although this is a figure from 2024, I still think this is one of the best Marin figures out there. I just finished reading the manga and that reawakened my love for this girl. Seeing her on my shelf is just so satisfying. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Does her smile look odd to you? Well, I think it looks pretty. Anyway, if you enjoyed what you saw, do leave a like and subscribe with notifications to stay tuned to more videos. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye bye!